We're joined with baseball coach Matt Husted as we look ahead to his baseball team's 2013 season. Coach, just going into the season, kind of what do you see as some of the strengths and weaknesses of your team?
Yeah, I think at this point, offensively, we have some real strengths to our team, and the way we swung the bat in the fall and in the early spring, I'm really excited from an offensive standpoint. I feel like the guys are understanding who they are as players and really buying into that identity and playing to that identity very well, at least in the practices, the scrimmages we've had, a couple scrimmages we've had in our practices.
For those obviously new, this is your first year here at Wheaton, what do you expect your offensive philosophy to look like from people who haven't seen your offense? What can they expect this year?
I expect us to be really aggressive. I expect us to be really aggressive on the bases. I expect us to be aggressive at the plate, battle every at bat, and try to really create some pressure on the other team. So we want to go up there and create as much pressure throughout the game in every phase as we can.
From what you've seen so far in the fall and then now again in the spring, who do you expect to kind of rely on as some of your leaders and cornerstones of this team?
Well, I think that three guys that come to mind quickly is really key guys. Trey Martin, obviously, who was an All-American last year. He's a key part of our team, and both on the mound and at the plate. He's had a great career up to this point, and he'll be counted on quite a bit. Also Evan Ron is on the mound. He's a leader. He's a bulldog. Not only does he have pretty good stuff, but he really competes, and I'm really excited about Evan. Just the way he competes, and he's the guy. He's the type of guy you want your number one to be. That real bulldog guy out there who really wants to compete and also has pretty good stuff. And then Justin Swider, getting Justin this spring back from football is just awesome. Justin has a motor. He and again, he had a really good year last year as well. But Justin has great leadership abilities. He has great enthusiasm for the game, great passion, and he's a good player. And so we're counting on him quite a bit as well. And I think that two other younger guys that are gonna play a pretty big role for us. Anytime you got to be strong up the middle, and these are two guys that are going to play in the middle of the field for us. The first one, Josh Kimmel, is going to hit in our lineup. Probably start out second in our lineup, be a center fielder, but just has a great understanding of getting on base and doing his job and doing all the little things. And so he does a really nice job with that. Kyle Mellinger will be our shortstop, and he will hit in the middle of our lineup, and we really expect great things out of him. I'm really excited with both of those guys' progress so far this year.
And then you guys returned 255 of your 380 innings on the mound, or 340 innings on the mound last year, so a significant number of returning pitchers. What do you see out of your staff so far?
I've been encouraged. I think that's the biggest area of development from the fall until now has been in our pitching staff. And I had asked Coach George, I kind of set some goals for him with the staff in the fall, and I wanted us to throw strikes, number one. I want us to do a great job of throwing strikes. So far in our simulated games, we've done a pretty good job of that. Number two, I wanted the guys to develop an ability to be quick to the plate, to control the running game, and develop pickoff moves. And again, that's really developed, and I've been encouraged with that, to control the running game. And lastly, I asked them to I really wanted the guys to develop an out pitch. We need more guys with out pitches to get a strikeout when we need it from time to time. And I thought that has really improved. The number of guys that developed an out pitch has really improved, and our guys so far have really they've really done a nice job. We've had some guys that have gone up in velocity a little bit, but just the competitiveness and their ability to get after on the mound's been really encouraging so far.
And then finally, what are your expectations and your goals for this team?
You know, we talk all the time that you can only control what you can control. You know, we can control our effort, we can control our attitude, and we can go out and play our tails off. I think we have talent. I think that we can go out and compete, and I think we can put ourselves in a position to win. And you know, although you know we have a number of returning guys, we also have four guys that played in 40 games last year that aren't back, and so it would be interesting to see how those younger guys or the guys without quite as much experience react early on. But I have high expectations for this team. I think that we could be very good. I've seen us play extremely well. And really, for us to take the next step and be a great team, we're going to have to just be consistent. The more consistent we get, we could do some really special things, and we'll just see how quickly that comes about. But I do know that we're gonna get out there and we're gonna get after it. We're gonna play with great effort, great enthusiasm, and we hope to put as much pressure on the other team as we can every time we're out there.